Alright, first team we're going to use today is a team that we tried to use in the last stream that wasn't shown on YouTube just because they were knocked out very early. So we're going to give that one another try. Main Street Colosseum. Let's go. With, I believe it is on page 4, the Toronto Pass. A Pokemon fully with the team full with Pokemon from the UU or underused tier from Smogon. They are starting with 4 legendaries. That does not bode well for me. If I get knocked out early again, I'll try again much later in the stream with this team at a lower difficulty. I think this one was trained in special defense. I'm gonna bring up the stats I have on these. You're gonna hear a bling there. That's my end, and you're probably gonna hear it again in a second or two. There you go. Don't worry, you did not get a notification or an email or anything like that. That was just on my end. Let's see. Drapion's purely attacking. Same for Ursaring. No, Slowbro is defensive. I must have had another Slowbro that was special defense. This is the defensive Slowbro. Attacking Subseed, Sceptile, attacking Moltres, and then HP and attack for Registeel. And then it was Hidden Power Grass on Moltres, Ice on Sceptile. Alright, got that checked. Multiple psychics, and then I want cross. I want to set up with cross. Roar can set up on its own. Although really with Swords and plus Quick Feet can be awesome, but that I do need to actually be able to get the setup. I can use Blade. Curse. Too many flying stuff and stuff that resist the moves anyway, so that's not gonna work. I think I want Roar first, then Super Speed and Cross. Let's see, you never owned this game, but you played it with the friend who did. Yeah, I had this one pretty early since release.
Main Street Colosseum. Knockout battle. Battle 1. What kind of battle strategy will the challenger have this time?
This is probably
are full of
a good
energy,
matchup.
so we're sure to see a great battle. The stage is set and the curtain is up.
Let's see how much that does.
A rigid shot.
Around what I expect. Right, I don't have many turns to attack with Ursaring. 2 or 3, assuming I one-shot them or they don't directly attack back. Because the moment they hit back, I'm done for, but I expect to at least be able to get Espeon. Facade doubles because of its own effect, Crunch doubles because it's super effective, but Facade also adds Stab. So therefore Facade is still stronger, even though Crunch is super effective and has higher base power.
Bam!
Goodbye, Espeon.
Taken down by an intense blow.
Getting multiple Discord messages, probably among them are Pocket's messages about the team that he wants me to make. I'll take a look at it after this fight, I think, if he has put in anything. Just to get an idea, and I maybe even preview in the stream and therefore in the YouTube video that'll be made from this. What we can see. Ooh, even they hit a Moltres. That's how we like it, Ursaring. Hey, Emma! I saw you in the other stream earlier today. Thanks for stopping by. It's not green, I miss Barosaurus. Yeah, I remember Barosaurus. That was a while ago. I don't remember in what context, but I remember Barosaurus, yeah. Spiritomb is kind of hard to deal with, but I'll just use Crunch. Secure victory that way. We won't get the continue because they'll probably hit me back and all this toxic the poison will take me out.
It's a direct hit.
But switching now, it could get me to continue, but it also cost me a turn. It would also remove the attack boost from Ursaring. Would I decide to send it again later? So this is just the safest option. Get some damage in.
Slowbro is sent out. The mood in the Colosseum has become some.
Emma, are you like a Pokemon fan or Pokemon player yourself? Let's see. Play Dark Horse. I'm gonna throw a Surf at him, but I'm not sure how much he will decide to call mine. Yep.
That's Rose.
Okay. If it's turns out to be very stally Spiritomb, I can still use Toxic. Some decent damage. I can finish off with the other one.
The battle has
But
reached
this
its
Slowbro is not trained in special attack or speed. This is HP, defense, and then it does have Surf and Psychic for some offensive options. You'll have Pokemon. Yay for Pokemon! Pokemon for life. Ow. Yeah, I've played Pokemon for as long and watched Pokemon for as long as I can remember. Still very much enjoy it to this day. Generation 4 is my favorite generation. I'm very excited about the remakes. They'll be here within 2 weeks. No, actually, in 2 weeks. They'll get here in 2 weeks. The new Pokemon games. It's pretty hard to believe. I'm very excited about them. I do not know anything about them, so you'll have seen it in the channel rules, but do not spoil anything, even if it's been in trailers. Do not ask me my opinion. What do you think of X thing that was revealed in the trailer? I don't know it, and I don't want to know it. I know the games exist, and I've seen the announcement trailer, even though I've probably forgotten 90% of what even was in there. I just know that the games exist, and that's all I want to know, and I want to figure out everything when I play the game. That's how I like to enjoy the games. I don't need to build hype on the way to the game. If the game catches me with the first trailer, or maybe the second one, potentially the occasional screenshot, then okay, but the moment I've decided, okay, I'm gonna buy this game, I skip everything else. Especially for games like Pokemon, because I know how much I love the series. And then I want to figure out everything during first gameplay, because that just makes the game so much more exciting. Yeah, I don't like when people spoil things either, although I can understand some people's thoughts in how they're like, yeah, but this was in a trailer 3 weeks ago. This is common knowledge, or this is public knowledge. I can talk about it. It's not a spoiler. But that's why I specify, even if it's been in a trailer. And then also why, because I didn't watch a trailer. It's a very different. This seems like a good amount of stall Pokemon. Cresselia, Slowbro, Registeel, Clefable, maybe even. So that makes me think I want to use my stall Pokemon. Just Fire can take care of both Breloom and Registeel, which are the ones that aren't hit by Toxic. Although Clefable probably has Magic Guard and therefore doesn't take damage from Toxic. And then we need a good way to do it with Cresselia. Because I don't have a great thing for my next trick. I guess was it Roar across to that Earthquake? Hey Singoemon. Hello, nice to see you. Do I want Cross? Does it Slowbro and Cresselia super effectively? Although Roar is nice, but I need the setup. No, I don't think it's Cross again. I hate it when people talk about something that's in the game and then claim it's not really a spoiler. I didn't technically spoil anything. Yeah, it's just a different definition of what a spoiler is for different people. And I've had arguments about that
Thousands
before.
have gathered at this Colosseum.
If I don't know it, it's a spoiler. If you ask, but what if this is in the game? That still alters my way of thinking, and therefore it alters my game experience. I don't want to know it. A fake spoiler, it's either a spoiler, therefore you did something stupid and I don't want to hear it, or it's not even real, so I don't even want to hear it. Because whether it's real or not, that real or fake spoiler affects the way that I think about the game. And therefore the way that I enjoy it, and I want to just not hear anything. This is rank 7 of level 50 all. I'm not going to try rank 8 because I used this team last stream and I got knocked out round 2 already. I don't remember if it was some bad luck or just some bad matchups, whatever it was. So I wanted to do either 6 or 7 with this team. This is a team of all used or underused small gun tier Pokemon. I have some teams that are built for the higher difficulties, some that are built for one team that I've built for specifically for lower. One of the teams is going to be level 30 all, which is out of level 30 all and level 30 open, level 50 all. The 31 is easier, and I'm putting that on rank 2. So out of 8 ranks, I'm putting that on rank 2. So yeah, that's a very different team. Competitively a lot less viable, but it should be fun. Any idea of who you're gonna pick as my starter? I'm gonna assume you are referring to the games that are gonna come out soon. I have not decided. I also don't know anything about version differences, so I can just think about what I might want to pick up. I'm probably gonna pick the Pearl version because I had Pearl originally, and I like Palkia way more than Dialga. Palkia is one of my favorite legendaries, so I'll probably pick that one up. And then starter, I don't know. I think the very first time I played Pearl, I started with Piplup. But I like the Chimchar line the most, so I think I'll go with Chimchar. The fact you get Mach Punch on Evolution on level 14 already was very nice. I haven't decided. I'll probably decide on the spot. I think I did well with this. Already took out the Breloom just with Psychic. And this Slowbro can't really hit me, so I'll just weaken him a bit with Psychic or Surf. Surf would deal slightly more damage, but I'm hoping this for a special defense drop for a bit more damage later. And then just stall him out with Poison. I'm 100% reclaiming my little buddy Turtwig. Sounds like a plan. I wonder what they did with Contest. Or with Super Contest. Did they make it like it was an ORAS? Because I'm very happy that when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out that they went back to the Gen 3 system of Contest, because I easily preferred that over the Gen 4 ones. I've been playing through Platinum recently with Nuzlocke. I don't mind if you knew about this. And I tried the Super Contest once and I was reminded of how much less I like the system compared to Generation 3. So they went back to the Gen 3 system with ORAS, and then even improved on it, which is awesome. Good changes. I wonder what they're going to do with Super Contest in these new games. I have no idea. I really enjoyed Contest in Gen 3, that's why I still spent a lot of time on them when I first played through Gen 4, but after a while I found them to be... maybe boring isn't the right word, but not as interesting anymore. So, I just didn't play them much. Also, I was referring earlier to a Nuzlocke that I did through Platinum. The team that I ended that with, because it was a randomizer Nuzlocke. The team that I ended that with, so, and with that I'm referring to the team that I went into the Elite Four with, even though some of them died. The team that I went into the Elite Four with and eventually beat the champion with, that team is one of the 7 teams that I intend to use today. It is the last one out of the 7 though, so If there's one team that doesn't get used, it's probably that one.
A rigid shot.
I have not yet looked at your team, no. I was caught up in talking to people about Pokemon stuff. Hello, Jamie.
Fierce blow. Such amazing power. Hit by psychic.
Yes, got the crit.
It's down and
I was thinking of switching to try and get the continue because I felt pretty safe with Clefable. Slowbro was able to do it on its own.
and match.
That's nice.
It's a total victory for the blue corner.
A Stally Pokemon that could still do some decent damage. Yeah, full HP and defense investment on this one, and then the other 4 EVs are in special defense. Alright, let's get a bit of a preview on the team you want, Pocket. Oh my god, you sent me so many links. Your Regigigas doubles team. Okay. Wow, that's a big strategy. Okay, so Togekiss, Drifloon, Regigigas, something with skill swap. 4 doubles. Right. Okay, yeah, I see the idea. I'm from Giga Titan. I remember watching a lot of Giga Titan videos. Good times. Let's see. We have electric types, we have an ice type. We have a Latios, another Breloom, and then an Umbreon. Regice is very specially defensive. Still decent physical defense because it's still 100. But way more special. I'd like to have a ground move for the electric types, especially Magnezone, and that's what Cross can do. Cross doesn't have to be that careful of any of them. I guess Latios the most, I feel like, but the problem with Cross is it's not as fast. There's no way to speed boost it. Roar has the quick feed ability, which you activate with this item. Good amount of special attackers, and Orb would prefer physical. Also, it doesn't resist electric. Too many things that resist grass, I'm just straight up not using. Sceptile. Sceptile had hidden power ice. Yeah, that doesn't gain enough coverage with that. To start off with Roar. I want Cross. Moltres hits 3 of them super effectively. Yeah, I think I want Moltres. This is probably a good matchup.
It's time to think about
I just need to survive the first hit. I could go for Crunch, but as long as I survive the first hit, I can deal bigger damage next turn. That did a bit more damage than I thought. Happy that Toxic doesn't immediately apply damage. That's a 13. Toxic starts at 160. I'll actually survive the first Toxic, because that's 10 damage, but I probably won't survive another Dragon Pulse. So let's just see how much damage we can do with Facade. Maybe get a crit, or just deal a lot of damage. We're gonna be good, yeah. Ursaring, let's go! So much power behind Facade. And then Swords Dance as well. From a strong attack stat, effectively 140 base power stat move, and then double in power because of Swords Dance.
But we still can't predict the outcome of the battle.
I like how in Battle Revolution I can fight a bunch of different Pokemon while using a bunch of different teams that you don't often see. What I'm going to try and do in the teams that I build after this stream, one of them I've already started on, the Doubles Battles team that I was referring to earlier. I'm going to try and use more Pokemon that you don't often see, or at least that I don't often use. Like, Hippowdon is a decently, like, it can do pretty well in competitive, depending on who the opponents are, I guess. But I don't think I've ever used Hippowdon on Battle Revolution, at least not when streaming it. So I'll probably throw Hippowdon on the team. There's a bunch of Pokemon that are considered very weak. Beedrill, Beautifly, Fossil Minun. I might put them on the team. Make some very interesting strategies to make them competitive. Might be with a bunch of those Pokemon together on a team, or maybe one of those, like one or two of those, will combine with an Alakazam and a Starmie or a Snorlax in a double battle strategy that works.
Rushing blow.
Let's go. Fire Regis. But you could see that I think it was a critical hit, super effective Fire Blast from a Moltres. It didn't take out Regis. And it was Life Orb. Just shows you the special defense stat of that Regis. We get the win. That moves us into 4 of 7. With a continue in hand. Alright. Oh, Giratina. I kind of want to open Ursaring again. But I don't want to open against Giratina or Bronzong. Or Breloom, really. It's not as useful this time. I want something that hits well physically. Just because of the chance of Regis. But I need something that just hits hard or can stall really well because of Giratina. Because I know there's some very stally and annoying toxic double team Giratina somewhere in the game. Do I use Registeel here? A lot of those are physical attackers. Yeah, let's actually start with Registeel even. If it doesn't work out, I can get a fancy. How useful would this one be? Leech Seed doesn't work on Breloom. Have to be afraid of Regis Dodrio. Moltres hits a lot of them. And then Cross? Or Rar? Rar has close combat to hit more of the super effective, but I'll go for it.
Both corners
Regice,
are so
Registeel.
There's no doubt this will be a great battle.
Really Curse once and then Iron Head, but it depends on what they do, I guess. I hope they just don't Thunder Wave or just interrupt me that way, double team. And be annoying. Just use Charge Beam or something. I said not double team, use Charge Beam instead. But I'm just gonna attack now.
The situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they anticipate each other.
Oh, there's the Charge Beam. At least it's not gonna deal much damage, even if it's a special attack. So this one-on-one, I have a good chance of winning, I just need to hit. Oh, interesting how the Colosseum reflects on the Iron Body as the effect of Iron Head.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Never really took a good look at that.
Starts to attack.
But it makes sense. Looks nice. If they keep increasing that stat, then I'm gonna need Iron Head early. I'll just need it one more time to take out the Regis, but they're dealing good damage so far. How would they protect? Were there leftovers in play?
The blue corner still can't.
No, what was the point in protect? Like, if the opponent used something like Dig or Fly, then I could understand why you'd have Protect. But if you don't have Speed Boost, or a Toxic Orb attached for something like Facade or Quick Feet, or Guts, or you're not holding leftovers, you're not using Toxic or Leech Seeding on the team, then what's the point of even putting Protect in a single battle Pokemon? No, that's even a crit.
Massive damage.
And another special attack. He just missed the charge beam. Alright, it's gone. I did take a lot more damage than I would like, but this is still a good position because they don't transfer any of their boosts, evasiveness or special attack to the next Pokemon.
Relu is sent out. Well,
Depending on their moves, they might be able to do something decent.
to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
I'm thinking of going just fire, but if they have Spore, it's a problem. I do not have action replay. No, but I do have
Corner calls their Pokemon back.
a system, I guess, to create teams and then put them on the game.
Moltres
Yes.
is sent out.
I do have that. And for some of the teams, that is what I do. That is how, for example,
The blue corner.
Ow.
On.
the team that I use in the randomized Nuzlocke of Pokemon Platinum, to be able to put that in the game, I had to use that program.
A huge amount of damage. It's
A brawler type NPC, yeah, exactly. That is very much a brawler Pokemon. If I want to continue, I need to switch. But it's that just puts me at too much of a risk. Although I guess I could use Roost, but I'm just gonna go for Fire Blast, deal as much damage as possible. Even if I take it out, Life Orb will take me out.
torch by fire
Yeah.
blast.
So that'll be a 2-0
Taken
victory.
down by an
Even if
intense
their
assault.
3 went down first. Life Orb damage still
But
applies.
the attacker is down as well. The
It was round 2 where I got knocked out last time in Slowbro. And where I got knocked out last time, this time I had Slowbro, and that's where we were going to continue, so I'm still looking good. Honestly surprised, because I didn't see like half the teams you face in here when I went to rank 8 using my legendary team. Yeah, I try to not use legendaries too often. I do have a full legendary team just because I wanted to have one. And that is also the team that I used to clear Survival Battle. Just because I wanted to clear Survival Battle. It wasn't too big of a challenge, especially once I figured out when to click the button to get the full heal. It's a lot of the same Pokemon. Another Manectric, a second Slowbro, I think a second or third Registeel, at least a third Breloom, another Dodrio, even though they haven't been sent out. There has to be a bigger pool of Pokemon that I can choose from. I know that in certain Colosseums, there's certain types of Pokemon you'd see more. Like grass and water, and I think, is it electric or no, bug? You'd see a decent amount of Waterfall Colosseum. You'd see quite a lot of electric rock and ice in Crystal Colosseum. You'd naturally see a lot of fire in Magma Colosseum, but I feel like it's a bit too themed sometimes, too limited. I would like there to just be a Colosseum like Main Street or Crystal or whatever that just can have any Pokemon. Personal preference. At least there's one Colosseum like that. Rar for the setup. Blade could be nice, but I guess it can do well against Registeel with the stalling strat, but Breloom Dodrio just can't. I do want it because of Swampert. Although I guess no, just Fire has Hidden Power Grass. This one's dangerous.
Full of energy, so we're sure to see a great.
This one's dangerous because of Focus Punch. Dang. This is where I would have liked it more. Last one used Focus Punch. If they have Brick Break, I'd want a Sword Sense. Even then, that's probably the answer. Breloom is a very good physical attack stat, 130 base. So I'm thinking of just using Facade. to break
Trainers
what I
are
expect will be
carefully
Focus Punch.
planning their strategy.
It's not Focus
And
Punch.
now
Oh, it is
the
Focus Punch. Okay,
battle begins.
good. Now I won't have the sword stance boost.
Blow.
However,
Amazing power.
Toxic Orb will still activate. No! I fall asleep. That is horrible.
The blue corner already has a Pokemon sleeping.
So now he's going to be able to Focus Punch anyway.
Trainer's next move.
Dang it, Effect Spore. I was going to say Toxic Orb would activate. I would gain extra speed, which against Breland probably wouldn't be that important because I think I'm faster anyway if he would use a standard move. And then Facade does become stronger with its own effect.
The trainers haven't given their orders yet.
This is not good. This is a very dead Ursaring, so this basically is a sacrifice of Ursaring to get the other one a safe switch in. Because if it would switch, one of the other Pokemon would take major damage from Focus Punch, and then when I send in Ursaring again later, which is likely, they would not be able to do much. Yeah, want to send in Cross, I would think, but Cross can't actually hit him well. Soul resisted. So Blade.
Sceptile is sent out. The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Has special attack training, so I expect this to be enough. And I did expect Focus Punch. Huh? I was gonna say, what? Okay, Yachi Berry. That is quite
Big hit.
what's the word? You don't see it often on a Breloom. But since I used Focus Punch, it doesn't matter. It would have broken the Focus Punch even if it didn't fail.
Swampert is sent out.
So wait, they send out Swampert against a Sceptile.
Pokemon is an even 50-50.
How horrible is the last Pokemon then? I'm gonna guess the last Pokemon is Slowbro? I'm not gonna straight up attack.
Sceptile starts to attack.
I was thinking of using Substitute, but
Energy ball.
this seems like a very good move. I am faster, I am strong. I can hit them 4 times super effectively with a stat move. It seems like a good strategy.
Registeel is sent out. The end of
Oh,
battle
they
is getting
didn't want to
closer
do
by
the
minute.
Stolly thing.
Sceptile uses its move.
Well, I'm gonna do it. Lead Seed.
A rigid shock. Sceptile restored its health.
I took a lot of health back
The
from him.
battle has reached its final stage.
Let's see how much it does with Substitute.
The substitute appears.
With leftovers and Lead Seed, I'll heal most of that back. So then I can just stall out
It hit the
a
substitute.
lot of that Lead Seed. Does it increase like Toxic? But that doesn't matter. It's I can 100% keep using this. This strategy is so nice against Pokemon that have a lot of HP. Like Hariyama, Blissey. Because you get so much more percentage of your health back. I can keep doing this. It's going to be a bit boring, but it's a safe way to win. And they'll keep hitting with Flash Cannon, so they'll keep breaking my Substitute. But this is my safest way to win. I could damage him with Energy Ball, because my hidden power is not fire, it's ice. So Energy Ball would be my best bet just to do a little bit of damage. And I could do that and then send in Drapion, and the Drapion would probably finish him off with Earthquake. But I'd like to just be safe and ensure the victory. And if that means to be a little annoying or snarly, then I'm okay with doing that. It's not like this is going to be a 20-turn stall or even more, and you don't even clearly see who's going to win. It's just a power point stall. This is just waiting until the lead seed runs out. If they have a recovery move,
Is getting closer by the minute.
the only one I could think of is rest, then I will actually start attacking. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing this because I'm losing very little HP. And the amount of HP I lose and gain every turn is set. So I lose the exact same amount of HP every turn. Because Substitute is 25% of your own HP rounded down. The leftovers is a 1 in 16th heal. Then Leech Seed is 1/8, I think, of Registeel's max health per turn. I want to say it's 1/8. And then half of what Registeel loses is then added to me. But it's based on... Substitute is based on my max HP, and what Leech Seed does is based on Registeel's max HP.
Hit the substitute.
That never changes. So therefore the numbers, they increase and decrease. It's just the same every turn. So I know I'll be safe.
Registeel had its health sapped by Leech Seed.
So every team so far I've seen is like one Uber on. Yeah, this is level 50 all in the high ranks, so they often have a legendary or a mythical. Quite often an Uber. Not always. But it is still an interesting mix. They might have stuff like Cresselia and Registeel, maybe Giratina, but then mixed with Dodrio. Like Bronzong, I'd say it's a competitive Pokemon. What others that we've seen? Breloom, if you have the right moveset for it, can be very good. But otherwise, outside of its attack stat, it's not that great. But then Dodrio, yeah, sure, it can be good in certain situations, but there's many Pokemon that are better than Dodrio. Although, doing specifically what Dodrio does, Dodrio might be the best one, and they were going for that. Might also just be a team that they start with Dodrio, they just wanted to have it, and then they build the team around it.
It was sapped by Leech Seed and taken down.
Registeel's max HP could be divided by 4. Because otherwise we'll be left with very little HP off of them.
Over. The blue corner has won the
Let's
game.
go. A little annoying for the opponent. Well, very annoying quite possibly. But a very safe way for us to gain that victory. Semi-final, and I see a lot of psychic types. All of them. I want to open Roar. Just Roar and Cross in general. Because the psychics are usually a bit more focused on the special side, special defense. So hitting Roar, going physically with Roar can be good. Cross is a dark type. Stab Crunch seems logical. And I'm thinking Orb for the next one because it resists Psychic. Also resists Dragon from Latias. It resists Steel from Metagross. Grass from Exeggutor. Out of their stat moves, the only thing it doesn't resist is Slowbro's Water. So I'm thinking actually to start with Orb. Hope maybe that they set up Metagross. Actually, I don't want to see Metagross. Because that's the hardest one to deal with for both Cross and Roar. Although Cross, I guess, has Earthquake. Isa, Registeel.
This is an important battle for
That's
both
probably also a
players.
Pokemon I did
Neither
want to
side
see.
can afford to give up in this battle.
Depending on what he does and the amount of damage he can deal to me, I could just curse into Explosion. But otherwise, I'll curse 2-3 times and then Earthquake. Trick Room. That's not bad for me because I'm using
The
Curse.
situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they
Physical defense boost is
each other's
not
movements.
likely to help me because Slowbro's more likely to have special moves. Does he have Surf? Or Water Pulse? Oh! Okay. Need to watch how much damage that does.
A brilliant hit.
Less than a third, so that means a standard super effective hit.
In the Colosseum.
would not KO. If it's a crit, that does happen. I'll take the risk of a crit in this case. Because one, there's a 15% chance of the move to miss in the first place. He needs the 85% chance to hit, and then the 1 in 16 chance to even get the crit. So Earthquake him now, and then probably Explosion next turn. Help ensure the KO. This is basically double down. Actually, I do not need to Explosion. Because with the Curse Boost, this is enough. Just needs to not get burned. Thank you. They did decently over half, so another Earthquake can actually finish him off, which is surprising. The Slowbro is good physical defense.
Earthquake tears open the ground. It went down. Mesprit is sent out. The blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But
do I Iron Head? Do I Explosion? Well, I didn't expect to stay alive for much longer. I'll just Explode. Kaboom!
Annihilated by Explosion.
Oh, bye. We still have to continue from round 2, so if we just safely win this fight, then we have 2 attempts at the final. It's usually the hardest one, but it doesn't always have to be just because of the matchups and like this is a full team of Psychics, so maybe it won't be as difficult to face as certain other teams. But just because of even if you select the 3 Pokemon you feel are best against their whole team, if they choose the 3 specific ones that maybe don't work as well, or the order of Pokemon is just really annoying, then that could just make you lose early. I forgot where I was going with this. That's fine.
Ursaring is sent out.
Totally forgot my train of thought. I'm gonna try and win. Ooh, Metagross. I did not really want to see that.
Its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Sword stance, close combat. Yeah, because Facade is gonna be resisted. But don't expect Metagross to be able to KO me. Maybe a Meteor Mash. Like a fully invested Adamant Meteor Mash, maybe. Ooh, Rock Ballers, they want to be faster.
Its speed rose.
It's 2 stages for them. I effectively get 1 with Toxic Orb.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
They do move first. Zen Headbutt. I think they can flinch. This is a round half, so that might need 3 hits. Well, it's going to be 2 after close combat. But I still have Drapion.
A fierce blow. Such amazing power.
Good. One more hit would finish him off. So if he tries Zen Headbutt again and misses, I can finish it off.
Ursaring suffers
Oh yeah, toxic damage as well. So that was going to be a 2-shot even without the defense throw from close combat. Bye, Ursaring.
Rushing blow.
Could have switched to Drapion there, but sometimes the eye would choose a different move knowing they could KO you with something else anyway. Potentially predicting a switch. Or maybe just because they want to use something more accurate to ensure the KO.
Is sent out. The last Pokemon from each team will take the field. Both corners are in a tough spot.
Okay, they probably don't have Meteor Mash then.
Oh! Earthquake tears open the ground.
That's how we do it. Let's go.
It's down and out. The battle has ended. The blue corner has won the game.
Two shots at the final. Let's go. Taylor with quite a few legendaries. I saw Zapdos already. Entei. Patrice is always there. Moltres, Kyogre. Kyogre's going to be in the way of Moltres and Entei, but it's going to allow Thunder for Zapdos, Patrice, or Kyogre itself. Registeel's probably not going to be that useless because it's 2 fires. There's also Kyogre that hits the special moves. probably can't do too well against Umbreon's defenses, and it just it does not deal damage against Moltres or Zapdos. Slowbro might be nice. I just don't want to face the electrics. I'd like to open Ursaring, but I really don't want to see Kyogre first. Yeah, I'm mostly afraid of Kyogre. Roar is my best bet for Umbreon. Slowbro for the fires. Roar is just generally good. Blades, not going to be able to do too much against 3 of them, but hits well against Kyogre. It's probably the best one for Kyogre. And I'm afraid of it. Just fire. Too many things will be in its way that it can't do too much. So I'm not going to use Moltres. I'm not going to use... Actually, I might use Cross, because it does have Aqua Tail, and if Rain is up, that would hit even harder against Entei and Moltres. Especially. I'm afraid of Kyogre. If they don't use Kyogre, it'd be so much safer, but obviously I don't know that ahead of time. I do want Blade just for that, but then I need a way to take out fires. I'm gonna go Roar Blade Super Speed. And hope they don't open Kyogre. What would I want them to open with? I guess Pachirisu, because it's easily the lowest stats. Umbreon could be good, but it has a lot of annoying strategies. They open with Kyogre.
Both corners
That's the thing I didn't want to
so
see.
we're sure to see a great battle.
Do I just insta-switch to Super Speed? To resist the water move? The question is just, does this Kyogre have Thunder? If it does, I'm screwed. If it does not, Super Speed might be able to take some hits.
The blue corner suddenly calls their Pokemon back. Slowbro is sent out.
Okay, I'll take a look in the
The stage is set and the
Oops,
curtain is
later. Oh, there's
up.
straight up water spout on it.
First attack. A big
Yeah,
hit
that
already.
just hurts. That would have been death. And I need Sceptile to take out Kyogre to have a good chance.
Wonder how this is going
Not
to
sure which
affect
one's
the battle.
faster, we'll find out. This is just, let's hope I can deal some damage, but nope, they're faster. Bye, Slowbro.
Drenched by water spout. It went down.
I was hoping they would use maybe Surf. And then deal less damage than half. I could heal it with Slack Off and then eventually Toxic Strategy. With Water Spout at full HP, with the Rain, that's just such a strong combination.
Well, both corners
Kyogre's so good in doubles.
What kind of
Then
development
just throw a Choice Scarf on it to make sure it basically goes first all the time. Water Spout, so good. I need to straight up Energy Ball to weaken that Water Spout. But they still go first. Is that a Choice Scarf for Kyogre? And it's a crit. Yeah, so remember how we had that continue? We were going to get a second try? We're going to need that second try. Because now we're back at the start, and Roar is not going to be able to do it.
Ursaring is sent out.
So I'm going to use Swords Dance, because otherwise I'm just going to stand no chance, but they're going to have a perfect game.
Drenched by water spout. A huge
Yeah,
amount of
that's
damage. It's down.
that combination of matchups. And just in general, I didn't have a good way to deal with Kyogre.
Game,
I
set,
needed Sceptile, really.
and match. The blue corner lost.
And Sceptile got hit with a crit. I don't think Sceptile would have been KO'd. Even if it didn't have HP investments like Slowbro. I think it might have just survived. Wouldn't have been with much, though. Okay, can you just not use Kyogre? I need Sceptile to deal with Kyogre. But what do we do as an opener? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go Orb instead. But the desperate risk Moltres not to have super speed. Need something to do with the electrics. And one of them flies. Eh. Try something completely different. Well, not really completely different, but I'm opening different. This is another way I could deal with Kyogre, but still, it's so strong with Water Spout. Let's see what we get. It's Kyogre again. I'm gonna get one shot at this. Please just survive. Straight up explosion.
The stage is set and the
Survive, please.
a big hit already.
A little less damage than I expected. Boom.
Annihilated by explosion.
Wasn't sure if they were actually KO. Otherwise, it would have been at least Water Spout is super weak, and then they'd still have their other moves. But to actually trade that with Kyogre to both get the KO, I will take that. So, Umbreon, Pachirisu, Zapdos, Entei, Moltres. 2 out of those 5.
Ursaring is sent out. Moltres is sent out. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
The Moltres' best move
Became cloaked in blinding light.
is Fire Blast, probably, but that's weakened with fire. They do have Sky Attack, it looks like, but without a Power Herb. So I get a Swords Dance, speed up and power up before them, and have a super powered Facade. Let's go.
Bam!
Seb, could you add bigfollows.com and then this version and then the version with the space after the dot, like after and then before com? Could you add a few variants of that to the banned words, please, if you have time for that? Just the if someone posts that, it's just a straight up ban. I believe that's an option that you can do. Ursaring is so good. Thank you, Registu, for taking out Kyogre. Ursaring did the rest.
The blue corner pulled off an impressive
We did it.
victory.
We beat Main Street Colosseum.
Challenger won the knockout battle.
Six more teams to go in this stream. A lot more to come.